Welcome, you guys. If you're just now hopping on, thank you for hopping on and finding me over here on Zoom. I'm banned from Facebook Lives until January 22nd. At least that's what the message says. Says I have abusive content on my page. I don't know. I violated community standards somehow. And it wasn't even, I know some people are thinking it's all my vaccine posts. Not even that, actually. They were mad that I posted a picture of Hitler on Time magazine and Joseph Stalin and Greta Thunberg. So that's what pissed them off. Just facts. I don't know. I wasn't allowed to post facts. So my other community violation is when we launched our sample program, and I posted about that too. So CBD samples and Time magazine Person of the Year got me kicked off of Facebook. So here we are on Zoom. So my topic today, and feel free to share this if you guys can share this. I can't go live on Facebook. I can't even do it through Zoom. It just won't even let me do it, unfortunately. So we're going to try to do this and hope for the best. It's recording, so I'm going to post this recording after. But anyway, my topic today, you guys, is shiny ball syndrome. And some of you guys already know what that is because you've been in network marketing for more than 5 minutes. Some of you don't know what that is, so we're going to talk about it. Not just talk about it, but really I'm going to go into why network marketers feel the need to jump from company to company when something's not going right with them in their team or their company or whatever. Now, there are always legitimate reasons to leave your company, of course, and I'm going to talk about that too. But today I'm going to talk about the not legitimate reasons and what you can do if maybe people in your team are leaving, or if you're experiencing this at all, or how you can prevent yourself from going down this path. Because I know at some point in your network marketing career, it's going to happen to you. You're going to be tempted to go somewhere else. And I don't just speak on behalf of our company, although I do think our company is probably the best company out there. We're not perfect by any means. At all. We actually are not perfect at all. We do try to do our best, of course, but we're not perfect. There's no perfect company out there. So we're going to get into depth on shiny ball syndrome and what to do if this has been impacting your team or yourself, or if you're tempted to maybe try a different company. I saw somebody post the other day and they said, if you've been in the same rank for the last 2 or 3 years, time to join our company over here. And we get tempted to do that because maybe you've been stuck for a while. Maybe you have been stuck at 5K rank or 10K, or maybe you've been an executive for 2 years straight and you're like, literally like, there's nothing I can do to get my team moving, or I only got 4 people on my team, so I got nothing to lose. I might as well switch anyway. But what can you do when you're faced with this situation? So you guys, I've been in this situation before. In fact, so many times I wanted to quit MDC. I did. I was so frustrated. When we first launched, we had 3 sprays. That was it. Our marketing system was it wasn't broken. It worked, but it wasn't as sexy as it is now. You guys just saw the new reveal, the new launch of our new marketing system. It wasn't like that, okay? It was much worse. We had 3 sprays, and we tried to go into 200 countries on our very first day in business. And can you imagine what a cluster that was? Okay, there were so many times where I was tested. I had my own upline cross-recruit my whole team before into another network marketing company. I have experienced the craziest stuff. And Josh, he can tell you about all this too, because he was in a network marketing company before he started his own company, of course, and he had the worst upline imaginable. And I'm not going to say names, of course, I'm not stupid. But this person was like the kiss of death, you know, and everywhere he went, he destroyed teams. Some of you guys are like, yeah, that's the plan I have. Okay, some of you guys can relate to that. But it's not always an excuse to leave the company just because you have a bad experience with your upline, or you have a bad experience with something that's happening in your team or in your business right now. For instance, you know, we don't take this business as seriously as we should. You know, we don't take it as seriously as we should. If you invested $100,000 or $1 million into starting a McDonald's franchise, you wouldn't be like in 30 to 60 days, nobody's showing up, nobody's buying anything, I think I'm gonna start a Wendy's instead. Like, that's not how real entrepreneurs think. You know, they don't just tear down their business and start a new one just because it gets difficult, or just because they come across a crossroad where they don't necessarily have the answers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how entrepreneurship works. So when we look at network marketing, we somehow forget that we're still entrepreneurs building individual businesses. Your business is not dependent on anybody else. Now, there are catastrophic reasons for you to leave a company. Sometimes it's absolutely warranted. Maybe commissions aren't getting paid. Maybe the company's in trouble with fraud. Maybe the CEO disappeared. I've seen it all. Like, literally, like, the CEO just disappears, takes all the money, runs off. I've seen that. Okay, maybe packages aren't being delivered and the company's just taking money. Maybe the company is taxing people and they're not supposed to be. I don't know. There's all kinds of crazy, shady reasons out there when maybe you should leave your company if that's what's happening. Here's reasons you shouldn't leave your company. Your upline left you. Not a good reason to leave your company. In fact, that can do you actually more good than you can imagine, because now you have to be dependent on yourself. Now you have to figure it out for yourself. And that's actually a good thing, because you are an independent business owner. You're not a codependent business owner. You don't necessarily have to have an upline. You can choose to be the leader that you seek in your life at any moment and any time. We have all the information out there already. It's already been documented. It's already been done. How to be a successful entrepreneur, it's already been established, right? All we have to do is follow the right path. We have to follow the right information and follow the right training in order to get there. Some other reasons that are not legit. Jenna posted something on Facebook I didn't agree with. I've seen some people like, I can't be in this company because Jenna posted something crazy. Okay, if you're depending on my Facebook page to be your sole source of dependency on your business, I'm telling you right now, not a good idea. You should probably unfollow. If you're sensitive, get queasy easily, I'm not a good page to follow for those reasons, okay? I'm just letting you know now. And if your upline is posting controversial things, then don't put your team into their awareness if it's something that you're not agreeing with, okay? You can keep your team shielded from most things, and you can keep them focused on what you want them to be focused on, okay? Some people leave for crazy reasons, like there's typos on our brochures. You guys misspelled something on the website, so I can't build until you guys fix all the typos. Like, Lord, we're gonna have typos probably. I mean, we're so busy and we're getting better at it, okay, for sure, but we make mistakes, we're human. And at the end of the day, our business is run by humans, not robots. So if that's the reason you have to leave, because not everything is perfect or dialed in, or we don't have all the right tools that you need, then honestly, this industry might not be for you, because these are just cop-out excuses when it all comes down to it, okay? So you guys, here's one that we talk about often, but here's the reason why people leave companies. And truly, the source is usually themselves. And I heard somebody say this once, and I thought it was hilarious. They're like, what are they gonna do when they get to the next company? Don't they realize they're taking themselves with them? You're taking you with you to your next company. So if you're the reason why you didn't succeed over here, what makes you think you're going to succeed over here? It's not going to be better timing. It's not going to be better products. It's not going to be better compensation. It's not going to be better pages and tools. It's not going to be better communication in the field. It's not going to be better. It might be better in some aspects, but it's not going to change how you run your business. It's not going to change you as a leader just because you have a different label on your shirt. You're taking yourself with you to that next company. So if you break apart your whole business and now you're trying to build it back up again, you've knocked all the bricks down. Now you've got to try to figure this all out again. You're making a lateral move. You're not making a better move. You're making a lateral move. That doesn't help. The common denominator is you. So no matter where you go, you're still going to have to develop yourself as a leader. You're going to have to develop your skills as a network marketer. You're going to have to still decide to become a professional in this industry in order for it to work, no matter what company you're with, period. And that's the end of the day. And if you started a lot of drama on your team at company A, guess what you're probably going to do in company B? You're probably going to get distracted. You're probably going to look at all the ways you can be blaming the company and blaming people on your team. And at the end of the day, it's still going to be you. So none of us want to hear that, because that's the hardest answer. That's the hardest pill we have to swallow, to be honest. I was in probably 13 companies. I'm guessing maybe it was more like 6. I don't know. It seemed like a whole lot. I've been in a lot of companies before I came to my daily choice, because every time it got hard, I was either in trouble with compliance, just to be honest, or I had team drama, or like some of the reasons I got in trouble from this company. You're not allowed to mention their name online, okay? But it starts with an M. I got in trouble with this company for posting a glass of orange juice because my orange juice came from Costco, which was a competing membership. You name it, I got in trouble for everything. One time I got in trouble because I was in this makeup company, because I was designing graphics and logos for other network marketers, and they saw that was competing against them. Okay, so I ran into all kinds of issues in every company that I ever went to until I came to my daily choice. And I was great at recruiting in every single company. I got that part down. Like, I could build a team, but then my team's excuses eventually led to their demise, which ultimately led to my demise. It wasn't until I had to learn how to become a leader that skill set had to change. I had to evolve in order for results to follow. And the other thing I had to do is stop quitting. I had to stop quitting, because every time I was quitting, every time I took the easy way out, I was dependent upon the new momentum and the new energy of being in a new company every time to build. And that's not realistic. That's like shopping around for a new spouse just because the honeymoon's over. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's exciting for the first few months, right? Oh my God, we're married. Like, oh, it's so exciting. Like, we're going to travel. We're going to do all these things, and it's going to be so great. And then what happens, right? What happens? You get comfortable, right? You guys, you start farting in front of each other. I'm saying you start burping in front of each other. You start telling each other the truth. Like, you get used to each other. Then you have kids, right? Then you have kids, and then it's like even crazier after that, right? Because it's like, oh, I want to spend some time with you at night, but I'd rather actually sleep. Do you know what I'm saying, you guys? Like, shit happens. This is what happens. So this is the same thing that happens in our network marketing business. Your people start getting comfortable. They're like, the honeymoon phase is over, the excitement's over, our launch is over. And this is something that weak leaders will do. They will say, when's our next launch? Because they're dependent on launch momentum, because they have no skill set whatsoever to create their own momentum. You have to create your own momentum, and you have to know how to do that. And if you don't know how to create your own momentum, you're going to be company dependent and launch dependent every single time. And if you're waiting for your company to launch something new before you can get excited again, then you have zero perspective on how to build this thing. You have to be the momentum starter yourself. Do you want to know why we had so much momentum in 2017, 2018? We did pretty damn well in 2019 too. And I'll be honest, I had a baby this year. Okay, I got sidetracked this year. I sure did. I didn't post every single thing about CBD. I wasn't there every single day. I didn't show up. I'm going to admit that to myself. Okay? But during those building years, I created my own momentum. I showed up every single day for that momentum. It didn't just come out of nowhere. It wasn't just because it was on Fox News one day. It had nothing to do with that. It was on Fox News because of our momentum. Do you guys understand? We created our own momentum because of messaging people every single day. We were in touch with new people every single day. We had that fire within us every single day. We showed up every single day, right? And if you're not showing up every single day, if you're not creating that momentum every single day in your business, then what's going to happen? Your business is going to start to taper off. Your numbers are going to start to tank eventually. People think, oh, well, I built up my check. I got to 250K affiliate. I can take my foot off the gas now. I can live my life. I'm making 50 grand a month. I'm doing all right, right? So you stop recruiting. You stop training because you think maybe your leaders are just fine the way they are. He got you this far. Yeah, so what? You got 5 people on your team stuck at 10K. Well, who cares, right? Because you hit top rank. You can't take your foot off the gas so soon. Because MLM, whether we like to admit it or not, is a leaky freaking bucket. It's a leaky bucket. You got leaders going in, you got leaders going out. In, out, in, out. We talk about residual income, and yes, it does exist. But you have to keep creating the momentum. You have to keep building. You have to show up every day, even if it's hard. Even if you're like, well, this is another thing. And this is why people get divorced too. My heart's just not in it anymore. I'm just not passionate anymore. I just don't love him the way I used to. I just don't look at him the way I used to. Right? Have you heard that? But then what's the secret to the people that have been married for 20 and 30 years? Do you think that they didn't go through that as well? Do you think that they didn't encounter ups and downs in their relationships before? This is a relationship business. You can't just give up because it gets hard or because your emotions are fluctuating. Your emotions will always fluctuate. That's always going to happen in this business. That's going to happen in your marriage. It's just the way it is. But you have to consciously decide that you're going to work at it every single day. You have to consciously decide that you're going to make it a priority in your life. You have to consciously decide that this is going to be it for you. And that unless the company does something catastrophic or completely insane, then this is it. This is it. And you're planting your flag. And you're going to show your following that you're serious. You know, I use Aaron Parker a lot as an example because he and I were one and the same kind of networker. We were very, very much similar in the way we used to build. We were online social marketers. We jumped around from deal to deal, and it took a lot for our following to understand that we were serious. We had to stay committed, and we had to show people that even when it was hard, we weren't going anywhere. If you don't show people that you're committed and that you got their back, that you're not going to just uproot and leave, and you're not going to promise that you're going to lead them to the promised land and then disappear, you have to show people that you have to build trust with these relationships. You got to be there when it matters most. Okay? So I want to bring that message to you guys because I think some of us really need to hear that. This is a relationship business just like your marriage is a relationship, right? And it doesn't get easy by ignoring the key red flags that are going on. It doesn't get better. It doesn't just, you can't just ignore it and it'll somehow get better. You can't just ignore the warning signs. You have to pay attention. You have to dive deep and you have to look inward at yourself as your own leader. If you are angry at your upline leadership because they aren't teaching your team the right way, what the hell are you doing different? If you're mad at them, what are you doing as a leader? Why aren't you a better leader than they are then if you've got all the freaking answers? And if you don't have the answers, I've had people literally tell me, I don't know how I got to this rank, because they say, what do I teach on? What should I teach my people? How did you get to the rank that you're in right now? How did you do it? How did you talk to people? How was your fire within you burning? How did you get that excitement transferred to other people? How did you bring your passion every single day and show up for work? How did you do that? You don't remember how you did that. Well, if you don't remember how you did that, then there's no way you can teach anybody else how to do that. If you've learned something about network marketing, you're qualified to teach something about network marketing. And to be honest, everybody is looking for a teacher. Everybody is looking for the leader to follow. And if you don't take it upon yourself to be that leader, nobody else will. They'll just sit there and complain and point fingers and be pissed off that somebody hasn't stepped up to the plate. Well, I'm here to tell you that person is you. So you don't need a new company. You need to reinvent yourself so that you can become who you're supposed to be. Okay, moving right along. when people do leave, you guys, I will tell you something. When I was building HempWorks in the very, very beginning, okay, my personals can attest to this. I had to go through so many people because not everybody was buying that this was happening. Not everybody wanted to buy into the HempWorks dream. Okay, not everybody was all for it. In fact, many people were very skeptical. Many people were very skeptical of me because they had only seen me rise to 25K before that. Selling 3 sprays and then 6 sprays. That was it. Okay, I got to 50K on sprays before HempWorks ever existed. Not everybody thought I had what it took to get to a higher rank than that. So why were they going to listen to me? Nobody did. Not a lot of people did want to listen to me. So what made all the difference? Some people agreed to stay. Some people agreed to come with me on this journey, and those people are making 6 and 7 figures now, okay? But the people that didn't, I let them go gracefully, and it was very quick. Are you in or are you out? I'm out. Bye. Next. Are you in or are you out? I'm in. Come with us. Are you in or out? I'm out. Bye. Are you in or out? I'm in. Let's go. Okay? Like, I did not wait for anybody. It was yes or no. It was in or out. I did not have any time to waste on trying to convince anybody to come with me. I knew exactly where I was going. I was so convinced that we were going to be hitting that 100 million mark. I knew we were going to get there. I saw the way. I had the vision, and I knew I didn't have all the steps figured out. I didn't know exactly what my training was going to be like. I had no idea what I was going to teach people to do. I just knew that I was going to get there. I knew that I had that drive within me. And if other people could see that, they could come with me too, and we could get there together. But I did not wait for anybody. Some of us are trying to beg people to stay. We don't need to beg people to stay if they've made up their mind. Wish them well. Let them go. I never try to keep dead energy near me, ever. If you're already dead, then go on. Okay? Energy is meant to flow. You know what I'm saying? Energy is meant to flow. So if people need to leave or they need to do something else, wish them well, and that's it. You don't need to bash them. You don't need to create a scene. You don't need to even give them a Facebook post or any time of day. Literally, it was nice working with you. I wish you well in the future. But I'm going to be here doing my thing, and I'm going to rock it out, and I'm going to build a whole new team, actually. And my new team is going to do 10 times more than my last team did. Some of us think that we only have one team. In network marketing, it's a continually growing thing. It's not just one team. Like, you don't just have like 10 people and that's it. Okay, because 3 of those 10 people are going to decide that they're not in it anymore, and they're bored now, or life, happened, or they've got excuses, right? So I'm filtering out those 3, and I'm going to go find 3 more. And I'm constantly refilling people in my list, and I'm always changing my team up because I know that I want to attach myself to the people with the most fire. If you attach yourselves to the people with the most passion and the most fire, it's going to fuel the rest of your team. If you've got nobody on your team that's full of fire or passion, that you need to build an entire new team. That's it. Stop wasting your time on dead energy. Let them go. Let them go. Some people don't like this, but I love when the trash takes itself out. Okay? That's it. Like, you want to go over there? I'm not going to beg you to stay. That's it. You do you, and I'm going to do me. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to succeed, and I'm going to hit the super affiliate, and I'm going to make it happen. So are you in or out? I'm in. Okay, then let's do this. Now, this is harder than it sounds, but we have to stay positive to people that are downline. Okay, this can't be said enough, and I know I've taught it before. Negativity goes up, positivity goes down. You want to know why your team is falling apart? You probably have sent negative messages down line, period. That's how you destroy a team. That's how you start cancer in your team and watch it spread. Negativity must go up, and positivity always goes down. You never take negative drama or anything downline to your team, ever. If you're the upline, it's always positive. And I'm not saying lie to people. And now some of you are like, that just ain't me. That's just not real. No, I'm saying you need to be the leader, okay? Part of being a leader is being a professional. And when you're a professional, you are positive in the face of negativity, okay? You have to know that it's going to be all right. And you can go to your upline and say, hey, I'm having some questions. I'm having some doubts about this. What about this? You know, what is our plan for here? Your upline will go to their upline, and eventually it'll come to me and Josh or whatever, and we will answer your questions and your concerns. There's always an answer for something that appears to be negative. We are not out there trying to make things harder for people. I can guarantee you that, okay? And some things maybe don't make sense all the time. There's a reason behind it, and that's something that people are just gonna have to trust. Why are we not in Canada yet? There's a new company going to Canada right now. Yep, they're probably about to get shut down because currently the legal landscape there is that it's not okay for CBD and MLM to be there. Why aren't we there? Because we don't want to get our ass handed to us. Why are they going there? Because they probably have nothing to lose and they're probably going to get shut down. Okay, so negativity can go upwards, but it can never go downwards. If your team's falling apart, you need to look at the message that are going down to your team. You have to protect them like you protect your children. You probably don't let your children watch the news for the same reason, because you're putting negativity into their consciousness. And if you put negativity in the consciousness of your team, then it's going to grow. Does that make sense? We live in a quick fix society, okay? Everybody wants a quick fix. Everybody wants the easiest path possible. We're all afraid to just stick it out and go through the hard times. And we need to embrace the suck. Okay, you got to embrace the suck. It's not always going to be perfect. It's going to be hard as hell. In fact, it is hard as hell. And anybody that's ever got to the top of a compensation plan can tell you it was hard. And it is hard. And that is not the easiest thing in the world. And you know what? It's really not the easiest thing in the world to have tens of thousands of people watching you at all times. And when you get to the top of the compensation plan, that's the position you get in. And you think it gets easier at the top because you got more money, but new levels bring new devils. Don't envy Kristen and Travis Butler. Don't envy them. Don't envy Judy Stallings. Don't envy me. Just because we got to where we are, you didn't get to see how we got there. Okay? You didn't get to see the struggle. You didn't see the tears because we kept our professional face on for you guys so that you wouldn't lose hope. Because if you knew how hard it was on our darkest days, you may not have the faith in yourself to continue. So it's not easy. I'm here to tell you that right now. But that's not an excuse to quit. Because we did it. And because we did it, that means you can do it. We've already paved the way. We've cleared out all the bushes and the weeds in the path. We already lit up this way for you. And all you have to do is follow it. That's it. You don't have to reinvent it. You don't have to confuse it. You don't have to try to do your own thing. You don't have to make your own blog, your own website. You don't have to do your own capture pages. You don't have to reinvent anything. All you have to do is follow and continually develop yourself as a person. That's it. So we don't need to confuse that. We don't need to look for the quick fix solution because there isn't one. It just takes a lot of freaking inward work on ourselves, and it takes skills that we have to learn in order to become professionals in this industry. Some of you guys don't want to hear this either, but we have to check our own energy. Some people can't figure out why their team's falling apart, but they refuse to look at themselves. Anybody else can tell them why their team's falling apart, but we don't want to look at it ourselves. You're appearing to be a hot mess on Facebook, and you don't know why people are not following you anymore. What kinds of messages are you putting out there? What kind of value are you giving to people? If you're not giving any value, then why would anybody want to follow you? You got to check your own energy. You got to check your own vibration. You got to check to see what you're putting out there, because what you're putting out there is exactly the mirror of what you're going to get back time and time again. The people that have results in this business have planted the seeds, they've watered them, and they've waited patiently for that harvest. The people that are not succeeding in this business didn't plant enough seeds, or they stopped watering them and started putting, I don't know, chemicals and other crap onto their team instead. And then they're like, why didn't it grow? Okay? You got to be the farmer that tends to the crops. You got to plant the seeds and you got to nurture them until they grow. And some of them are going to grow faster than others. And some are going to require a lot more pruning than others. You're going to have to make cuts in order for your team to grow. You have to prune. that rose bush in order for it to be healthy. It's okay to cut people out that are tearing apart your team. It's okay to let people go that don't need to be there. All right, lastly, you guys, I can't say this enough. You have to update your audience, because if you are stuck in the same rank, or you're stuck in the same position that you've been in for the last 18 months or whatever, you might be preaching to the same 5 people over and over and over again. If you're not constantly updating your list, then you're not building this business correctly. You have to constantly update your list. Your list must evolve in order for your business to grow. Your list must evolve in order for your business to grow. If your list is not evolving, if it's the same 10 people that's on your list in every company you go to, you're never going to have results. Okay? You have to update your audience. You got to go through your friends list. Are they adding value? Are they following? Are they paying attention? Are they engaging? Are they on auto ship? Are they buying? Are they interested? Are they full of fire? Are they excited? Are they dead weight? Are they tired energy? Are they like freaking chickens that you're trying to get to fly? Like, if that's what your team is all about, then I'm saying let that team go and go find you some eagles. Now I'm going to tell you, you cannot find eagles until you decide to be one. So let's not forget about that, because eagles don't hang out with chickens. All right. Last but not least, use the system. You guys, this is so easy, especially our new system. It's so pretty and it's so easy and it's so informative. There's 4 videos, and you know, it answers so many questions for people, literally. Like, use the system. Do not try to change what's working, because if you do, you're going to distract your team. You're going to distract everybody. And that's the last thing you want to do, because as soon as you confuse people, you're going to lose people. Now, I just want to end with this. You guys have seen lots of people succeed in this industry, right? And the people that have succeeded in this industry, it wasn't people that hopped around a lot. Like, that's not the people that are walking across the stage at these conventions. It's the people that are tried and true. They've been there since day one, or they've been there for many years, or they've been there for many months. Okay, it's the people that are fully committed. And I'm telling you this because the answers are already available. Okay, success has already happened in network marketing, correct? You've seen it firsthand. You know people that have succeeded in this industry. And because you've seen people succeed, you have to know that that means it's possible for you too. Some people are like, oh, HempWorks is already saturated. We haven't even touched the surface yet. Maybe your Facebook page is saturated, but there's still so much more out there that we have left untouched. So because the path has already been cleared, you guys just have to align yourself to that path, continually work on yourself and how you can be a better teacher and how you can be a better trainer and a better leader and give value. And that will make all the difference in your business. If you just commit to that and that alone, you will see results in your business. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. Sorry it wasn't on Facebook. I did get kicked off, but I will post this if it allows me to. If not, I will send it to somebody else so that they can post it, and we'll get it to you guys that way. Thank you guys for hopping on. I'll see you on the next video.